So far, he's the only presidential candidate to have garnered over 62-point-something% of the votes cast. But despite that huge popularity that he stood on to go into office, such a time, he was also facing the same storm by way of critiques coming from the opposition. The same critique was faced by Uhuru, and therefore I'm not surprised that President Uhuru Ruto is currently on the chopping board, so to speak. Yeah.
You are chief whip majority,
Yes.
and people will expect you to be supporting the government in literally everything, selling the agenda and all that. But lately you have been criticizing some of the things that are happening in the country. Why so?
It's a matter of choice. You can view yourself as a party supporter or an individual presidential supporter or a government supporter. You also have the choice to stand out as a leader in the nation. It is times like now, when there's a lot of turbulence, that leadership is required. Some of the supporters of the president will support him on everything and anything, which is good. But sometimes that is called sycophancy. The other supporters of the president and government are, and they are few, they'll support him for the right things and help him to speak to things that are not moving the country in the right direction. The person who is a sycophant is fighting for the president to be re-elected. But the person who is critiquing the way you have described me not only wants the president to be re-elected, but he wants the country to be moved to the next level. I therefore have no regrets on the many occasions that I've pointed out how things could have been done better. I have no apologies to make for reminding the president that we entered an MOU when we decided to support him. The terms and conditions of the MOU are known. The roads, the hospitals, our institutions, both of business, institutions of governance, and learning institutions, were on the menu. So when I remind him about those things, the people who are surprised are the Johnny come lately from Azimio, because them they came to eat. As we met with we agreed with the president that we must serve the nation. So, for example, the first time I criticized the government was when it made a decision that they were going to privatize sugar companies. I refused, because there's no way ancestral land, 12.5 hectares in Mumias nucleus farm, 24.5 hectares in Zoya nucleus farm. There's no way you're going to privatize and then give it to some Windy or whoever it is to own that ancestral land without us maintaining our stake. I would have betrayed the leaders from our community who came before us.